Welcome to King's Cages Network News. I'm Kim, and today I'm joined here by Anthony from Have Clean Air. Anthony's here to tell us why your feathered friends need an air purifier more than you do. So Anthony, why don't you tell us about your air purifiers and why it's important for birds and humans alike to have?
Kim, thank you for having me on the King's Cages Network News. I'm looking forward to talking about ways to protect your feathered friend with air purification. As an air purification expert, I've done a lot of research over the last 20 years of doing this. And what most people don't realize is birds, canaries specifically, were used in the coal mines to actually protect coal miners because they have very sensitive lungs. So they would actually be unfortunately affected by the poor air quality, whether it was gases or toxins that were developing underground. So basically what happens with a bird, because they breathe so much more rapidly than we do, between 15 to 60 breaths per minute, whereas a human, it's between 12 to 14 breaths per minute. You know, what happens is a bird's lungs are going to be affected by the environment that they're in. Outdoors, they're typically flying in the sky, they're able to change locations, but indoors, they're typically confined to a cage. They're typically confined to the dander that they produce, the bird droppings that they're in the environment with them. So what happens is all those toxins or off-gassing from the droppings build up, and it could affect the longevity of the bird. You know, as a feathered friend, you know, it's an investment, but it's something that, it's your friend. You know, it's
your
like,
family.
Right, it's somebody that you spend a lot of time with, and you want to provide the best quality of life that you can for them, whether it's through the food they eat, you know, the water that you give them, the toys that you give them. So you really want to look at ways to protect your feathered friend. And what most people don't realize is over the years, pollutants would build up in a home through the energy efficiency of the home, new windows, tighter ceiling doors, just because of the cost of air conditioning, heating your home. So the actual home becomes like a giant air filter. So all these pollutants between the off-gassing from your furniture, cooking odors, and because, again, going back to the bird's sensitive lungs, you don't want to affect your bird. You know, most homes don't have kitchen exhaust fans that take the exhaust outdoors. So all that stuff recirculates in your home. Not to mention mold that could develop in a high moisture environment, whether you have a basement, you have an attic that drafts into the living space. So there's a lot of different things that occur in a home that I've been able to experience and show people the benefits of different types of air purifiers. So that's why I always like to talk to people and kind of give them an idea of what air purifier is right for them. So for example, we do have units that have the capability of ozone, and more importantly, we do have units that do not have any ozone, ozone-free. So depending on your application and what you need it for, we could go over the different types of units that we have. Most people don't realize, but an average family of 4 will produce up to 40 pounds of dead skin in the form of dust over the course of a year. So when you look at that, right, like if you ever used your vacuum or Dyson, whatever type you have, you're like, where's all that stuff coming from? It fills up pretty quick. You know, so when you look at the details about what happens in purification, the way our systems work is they're actually taking the particles that are in the air, and believe it or not, from what you can actually see, that's less than half of 1% of what's actually in the air. There's thousands and thousands of particles in the air, which include bug fragments, VOCs, volatile organic compounds. So by looking at the technology that we're offering here today, we could show how we do this indoors by reproducing fresh air. The technology was originally developed for the International Space Station. It's extremely impressive. I did also want to provide some air purification facts, just as far as air quality in your home, that most people don't know, which is your home could be up to 100 times more polluted than the air outside your home. And because the home has been so tightly sealed, the pollutants have continued to build up in your home. And we have noticed over the years an increase in asthma. We talked about the dust before, but with each breath that you take, you can inhale up to a liter of air, which could include up to 70,000 particles. You know, and in those particles, they could be composed of many things: pollen, dead skin, dust mites, bug feces, bug fragments, bacteria, viruses. mold spores, carcinogenic volatile organic compounds, smoke and cooking odors.
Jeez.
So it's extremely like, when you really start to understand what's behind air quality, because
everybody needs one.
Right.
Everybody needs an air purifier, it sounds like.
When you look through the air, you really don't notice anything in the air. And the crazy part is half of 1% of those particles are even visible. So if you think about when you see through the air, anything that you see, that's half of 1% what you could actually see that's in the air. All right, we're gonna show you the ammonia test, which is where we take ammonia, put it on a piece of tissue paper, put it in front of the machine, and it'll actually turn it to water. Ammonia is NH3 for the scientists out there, and then water will be H2O. I'm just gonna have Kim take a cautious whiff. Is that ammonia? Okay.
I'm awake.
Okay. So we're gonna just put it right in front of the air purifier, and within about a minute, it's gonna break down the ammonia, and you're not gonna have any type of smell to the wet tissue paper, and it's still going to be wet because we're just breaking it down. It's about a minute. It's pretty much almost done.
Yeah, that is.
Pretty much.
That was very fast. Yeah.
I wipe my eyebrows and I still have them, so apparently it works. So now we're going to do a smoke box demonstration, filling this box by melting liquid Lionel train oil, similar to like a vape pen, right? We're gonna heat up the oil, and the oil is gonna create a smoke-filled environment, and we're gonna show you how we take the smoke and get the smoke to settle out just the way pollen would typically settle out on top of your car. So as you can see here, the smoke is filling up in this box. We're burning liquid Lionel train oil, so to speak, and as it burns in here, you can see how it's starting to get really dense. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn off the smoke, and we're gonna let it stabilize, and then we're gonna turn on the purification without any fans, just using ionization. We're gonna get the particles to combine, become heavier than air to settle out in the environment. So what typically happens in your home, because you don't have the effects of the sunlight, nature that's occurring outdoors, where the pollen would typically settle on your car, on your driveway, we're going to duplicate that process indoors. So depending if you have central air conditioning or you don't, or if you open your windows, we have different products that could work in your home based on your particular application, if you have central air or not. So right now you can see the box is fairly filled with smoke. I'm going to turn on the ionization and you can watch it all move around. Without any fans, you'll slowly start to see it clear up. And within a short period of time, it's all gone.
That's impressive.
Perfect. All gone. On this unit, this is the HEPA Plus. It is designed for a larger home, over 1,000 square feet. It's designed to have a clean air delivery rate of over 500, and it does have a 99.98% kill rate on the virus that does cause the coronavirus. So based on the technology that's inside of here, this is able to purify our home, eliminate odors, smells, bacteria, viruses, and it has a digital display, ultra quiet. I'll turn it on, and it does sync to your phone, and it also gives you an update as far as the air quality, because it has a built-in air quality sensor. And what's awesome about this particular product, it does come up to a 10-year warranty, and it has some really cool features that I'll show you. Aside from having the connectivity to your cell phone, it's super easy to clean. So you just basically hit the off button. There's a button on the back, you push, the whole top pops off, and then your HEPA filter just slides right out. We do have more information on our website, and we do have a fact page that you can email us on to provide more information and a brochure to see which air purifier would be right for you in your home.
It's a lot of information.
It is.
It's a lot of information. It's very impressive. I like the fact that this one is ozone free. A lot of people are very concerned about their burr being with an air filter that has an ozone feature.
Absolutely. So what's great about the air purifier, Kim, is because it's sucking in the air from all different areas. It's a complete circle open on the bottom, and it's pushing it out through the top. It really circulates the purified air throughout the environment.
Great.
And because it's super quiet, it adjusts if it detects that there's impurities in the air. It does make adjustments to increase the speed and the power to purify the environment.
That's wonderful.
The best way to look at it is what occurs in nature. This purifier is duplicating what nature does. It's creating purification in a natural, safe way to clean the environment, to give them the experience of being outdoors. Now, again, nothing can replace a bird being outdoors,
right?
But this is the second best option if you don't have the ability to let your bird fly outdoors.
So this is great for all the people who own cockatoos, African greys, who release a lot of dander in the air. This will help reduce the risk of a dander allergen, or help reduce the risk of lung issues from inhaling the dander of owning not just one bird, but a lot of people own many birds in their flock that have dander.
Absolutely. It's like taking vitamins, right? The healthy environment, the easier it is for somebody to extend the life of a bird.
Right.
So when we're looking at purification, we're looking at just creating a cleaner, healthier environment, which can have all these positive health benefits.
You know, just so everybody knows here, when you order these air filters from King's Cages, Anthony will give you a call. He'll go over all the information and maybe help you choose a product that is best suited for you.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get into this week's extended deals. Our distributor and our wholesalers are going to save 10% off your orders if you order online. Or if you even want to save more, call us. Let's talk. Let's see what works for you so we can maximize your profits the right way. For our retail customers, we're starting our Black Friday deals now. So you're going to get 25% off your whole order along with a mystery gift if you call us. If you want to know what that mystery gift is, you got to call us. Give us a call because we have a ton of gifts we're giving away for the holidays. Use the codes listed here at checkout. Now, let's find out which wholesale or distributor will be the winner of our mystery holiday crate.
Let's spin the wheel of profit.
Okay, it's time to spin that wheel of profit.
Thanks, Caitlin, for spinning that wheel. You did a great job. And congratulations to Dave from the Bird's Nest in Ocala, Florida. You just won a holiday mystery crate. Back to you.
Next week's winner will receive 4 Java branches with toys and 3 gigantic giggles. So make sure you get those orders in this week so you could be entered in next week's Wheel of Profit. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks, Anthony, for all the information you provided with us. Everybody get ready to get your air clean, give us a shout, and we'll get you informed. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe so you can see what's new here at King's Cages. For King's Cages Network News, I'm Kim, this is Anthony. Have a great, profitable week.
Thank you.